Today's video will be covering Divine Kamehameha at the request of... this individual right here. Sorry I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for making the request. Let's dive right in. Divine Kamehameha is a Ki Blast super that can be purchased from the TP Metal Shop for 300 TP Metals. If you don't see it there, then check back every Saturday when the TP Metal Shop cycles new items. The description reads, launch a piercing Ki wave. Left stick while charging forward warps you left and right, moving you to the opponent when hit. Press any button to fire right away. Cannot be activated when guard is broken. Now, there's a fair bit to digest here, so let me demonstrate the details. There are about 4 different ways you can use this move, all of which will cost you 2 bars of Ki. The first way is to simply do a normal input, which will cause your character to fly up towards your opponent for a certain distance, then fire a Kamehameha. You can use it this way off of a knockback or a knockdown, however, it is possible for your opponent to vanish it this way. There is another way to use this variation that I'll be going over a little bit later. But the second way is to tilt the left analog stick in whatever direction you want to have your character perform teleports as you make the approach. The number of teleports you can do depends on how far away you are from your opponent, with a maximum of 4 being possible from further distances. This is one of the few times that I might be able to recommend using a skill raw without using it in a combo, as sometimes when tilting the left stick to the right or to the left, you can land yourself right behind your opponent. Otherwise, you're just not going to be connecting off of knockbacks, and you're not going to true combo off of knockdowns either. However, if you use it off a knockdown from a high point in the map, there might be a chance you can catch your opponent off guard, depending on what position you can get yourself into with the teleport. The third way to use this skill is with a double input. Using it this way will stop you in your own tracks and fire the Kamehameha wave right away instead of having to get up close and personal with your opponent. Preferably, this is how you're going to use this skill off of your knockbacks and your knockdowns, as your opponent can't just vanish out of it. They're gonna have to use their evasive to avoid the damage. The final way to use Divine Kamehameha is really the more preferable way to utilize the first variation that I talked about, and that's as a counter to Ki Blasts. Whenever your opponent uses any type of Ki Blast, whether it be a super or an ultimate, a Ki Wave or a Ki Sphere, or even just a basic Ki Blast, if it makes contact with you while you're in the animation where you're flying up to your opponent, you'll do a flip and a sliding animation to get all the way up in your opponent's face and blast them where it really hurts. And just for point of reference, I test all these skills on a type of male Saiyan hybrid between strikes and Ki Blasts, with no Super Soul, so the damage seen in these videos can definitely be taken to greater heights. And that about covers it for Divine Kamehameha, I'd say. It can be really fun, versatile, and flashy. Now, there are hundreds, literally hundreds of skills in this game, and I'm trying to cover them all for you guys. But the odds of me knowing every last detail for every last skill is just a little unlikely. So if there are any details about this skill that I may have missed, let us all know down in the comments. Also, every skill so far has been tested on version 1.36 of the game, so if any future updates change how this skill works, also be sure to let us know. I certainly would appreciate it. But with all that being said, I think that's about my cue to bounce. I hope you found what you were looking for in this video, and until we meet again, make sure you take care. See ya!